What's going on YouTube? I'm back live for another video. So I just want to talk about my book more. I've been promoting the heck out this book for the last 2 months. And one audience I have really focused on is the parents. So if you're a parent out there of a teenager or college student, I highly recommend you buy this book. If you're especially if you're a Christian, if you're a Christian parent, like this is what I these are I had this is what I had to book in mind for is you guys, because I know that when people talk about young people, about my generation, it was always like negative, it's always cynical, it's always like, oh, these kids, this generation of kids, all they care about is, social media, they always on their phones, blah blah blah. They always listen to trap music and stuff like that. I mean, you always hear like negative things about young people. They always on drugs, and they always commit a crime, or they want attention. Like, I mean, you hear a lot of bad things about young people, and that's every generation. But I know for this generation, what millennials and Generation Z, like, I mean, it's almost hopeless, and I want this book to show that there is hope for this generation. Like there's still young people out there who are hungry, who want to do something positive, who want to make the world a better place, who want to live for God, and want to live a meaningful life. And I'm one of those. I'm 22 years old. I just finished college. As you can see on the book cover, here's me holding my associate's degree right there. Like, there are young people, and I'm not the only one. There are young people, yeah, I mean, younger than me, like still in high school, some even in middle school, that want to make a world a better place. And I want this book to, encourage, young people to do better, to see the world better, to challenge them to that, hey, I mean, I know you say you want to be a YouTuber, you want to be this, you want to be that, you know, all you want to put in the work, is this something you really want to do? Like this is the message I've been saying. This is what I've been saying in the book a lot, and it's poetry. So I know that poetry is not something that a lot of people are into, but I speak from the heart. If you guys watch my videos, go to my playlist where it says my poems, my poetry, or go to where it says my best poems, you'll see I spit from straight from the heart, because I'm telling you stuff I know, telling you stuff that, either stuff I experienced or I've seen other people experience. Like, so I'm only telling you stuff that I can talk about. Like I can talk about being from the hood. I could talk about growing up a single mom. I could talk about being growing up in the church. I could talk about those things because I lived those things. I could talk about going to school. I could talk about college debt. I could talk about a lot of different things because I experienced them, and that's why I feel like a lot of young people can relate to me, because I've been through it. I've been through the struggle. I know what it's like to feel different. I know what it's like to not have nobody understand you. I know what it feels like to do something that none of your friends are doing. Like you want to do something that none of your friends are doing, none of your peers are doing, whatever. That's why I made this book. I made this book so to encourage young people that to find their purpose in life, to find a slingshot, to find what makes them special. Why would God put me on this earth? We have like 7 billion other people He can use to do that one specific thing. Like that's why I made this book. So if you're a parent, of a who has a son or a daughter, like I would definitely recommend you share this book with them, talk about it, because I want to say, man, that young man right there, he's doing something special. You may not like poetry specifically, you know, but he's doing something in his life positive. He's not doing drugs. He's not fornicating. He's not cursing. Like I want them to see this. But at the same time, he's real. He speaks from the heart. He's not just preachy. Like he's speaking straight from experience. Like that's because young people. Like one thing about my generation, we want real. We want honesty. We tired of positivity, happy-go-lucky, hunky-dory talk we've been used to or being fed our lives, through the church, through the educational system. We want something real. We want to hear the real hard truth. We don't. I mean, yeah, we might get our feelings hurt, but we want it. But at the same time, we want to come from a place where it's I've been there. I know what you're going through. How I feel. Like, we want transparency. We want someone that's transparent. And that's where I fit in because I've been there. I've been there. You want someone that's transparent, that's honest, that's compassionate. That's not just gonna say, you people, or too bad, or whatever, or you could do anything, and they never really tell you, or it's all right, it's going to get better. You can do anything you want to do in life, but yeah, they don't really tell you any like practicality in that. Like you want somebody they want like my generation. You want somebody you know that's practical, that's real, that's compassionate, and that's relatable. That's why a lot of kids don't listen to their parents. Is because the stuff they tell them is stuff that is for their generation. Like they say, oh, the social media is bad, or you should, hip hop. It's all about being a rapper. It doesn't work. That's why kids don't listen to parents a lot of times, because a lot of advice that they give them is either come from a place of you know of not understanding the world that we live in, or just a place of demonizing everything that's different, or that's like the internet or social media or rap music. Like people are so quick to demonize music and TV, and anything that young people are into, just because they don't understand it. And like that's why I made this book. You know, And that's why I made the book, because I mentioned like Jake Paul. I mentioned like the YouTubers that's popular among young kids, because why kids want to be influencers, or something? Why kids want to be YouTubers? Why kids want to be entrepreneurs? Because of the fact the internet has provided a platform where making money doesn't have to be. You don't need to spend money to make money. That's philosophy that's the reason why that's the reason why so many people get discouraged from being entrepreneurs, because you know they got they don't have the money or means to run a business. But now you can run a business just having a computer or a cell phone. Like, it's that crazy. So, and, again, I'm only 22. Like I was like, when I got to like middle school, high school, when I became a teenager, that's when social media like really took off. Like, I was there. I was like the first. Like, I was like the first. I guess I said the youngest to like really saw social media. You know, come up as a teenager. Like, as soon as I hit my teens, social media and smartphones were becoming common, and then all of a sudden it started to change how to communicate. Now it's the phone has become the new television. Instead of face to face content, it's all about you know follow somebody on social media. Like, I've seen that change happen at a young age, and now it's gotten to the point where you got a whole generation of kids who never knew a world before iPhone or smartphone, who look at phones like the Nokia or a Sidekick, even, or BlackBerry, as ancient. Phones that I thought were cool as a 7 8 year old, and now looked at as ancient because of technology, the progression of technology over the time. So basically, what I'm saying in a nutshell is that I'm somebody who you want your kids to look up to. I'm somebody who gone through the Yakwa phase. I'm somebody who gone through the student loan debt phase. I'm someone who gone through trying to find my place in this world. I'm somebody who's gone through that stuff. So I'm someone who gone through you know having, you know, being coddled, and and being coddled, and being told no, and why you shouldn't do this and whatnot. Like, I'm somebody who's gone through that and still am going through that. So that's why you should buy this book, because I'm real, I'm relatable, and I have a relationship with God. Like, those two things should be enough to convince any parent that's a Bible believing Christian to buy this book. And the poetry is dope. I'll give you a poem right now that will will have your 13 or 16-year-old, your little John, your little Susie going like, "Oh snap, that's so dope." Here's one right now called Lyrical Power. I spit metaphors and similes, nouns and verbs. I spit these words for the hoods and burbs. I speak light in the dark that surrounds me, surrounded by drugs, gunshots, and poverty. Hope still in the air, cause God's a part of me. I know hero, I got the hero within. In the midst of all this sin, I still hold to my mission, even when others are with it. I spit lyrical power in these bones. Every day I write these poems to show the power of spoken word, to be a voice to the unheard. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat is where I used to tell my story, and through the form of poetry, hopes that God gets the glory. So yeah, that's one of my poems from this book, and you can buy this book on Amazon for $9.99 if you want the paperback version, or you can buy the ebook version for $6.99 on Amazon. The links are down below. So this is Mario signing off.